Because of it being the Easter weekend, I officially have a 4-day weekend. I'm not in work today and I'm not in work on Monday, so I have all of the time in the world to do reading, and because of the fact that I am only going out on Saturday night, I have got all the free time in the world to get through quite a few books, I'm hoping, even though one of the ones I plan on reading is 500 pages long-ish, so I'm not quite sure whether that's going to fall to me or not. Let's get on to my Friday reads and what I actually plan on reading this weekend. I'm actually really stoked that I'm getting to do this on a Friday afternoon rather than a Friday evening where it doesn't really end up being a Friday reads anymore. Let's get on with the books. The book that I am currently reading and I'm hoping to finish today is The Good Thief by Hannah Tinty. I have to admit that this is the reason why I was kind of in a slump during the week. I kept on reading the same sentence over and over again for about 3 days until I realised that I think it's this book that's making me not want to read, because of the fact that it's got so much promise in the actual premise of the book. This boy has been taken out of an orphanage and he has been kind of adopted by somebody who claims to be his long-lost brother. In the synopsis, it says how he gets entangled in a world of grave robbers, thieves and murderers. The book is filled with those elements, but I don't think that there's as much emphasis on those elements as there should be, and it's not as exciting as it actually sounds. In fact, it's actually pretty bland. I've only got 100 pages left of this book and I'm not even quite sure whether it's going to get any better in the last few pages. I don't actually know how it's going to resolve or what the end result is going to be, because it doesn't seem to be going anywhere either. It just seems to be going around in circles. It's just a bit of an odd one. After that, I plan on reading The Good Thief. No, not The Good Thief, that is the one that I've already read. The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. Now this is set in Nazi Germany and is told from the perspective of death. It revolves around a girl called Liesel who has been taken into foster care as her parents have been taken to a concentration camp. And the story mainly revolves around the idea of war and how it's affecting the street that she's living on at the moment. I think I started this book last year and I got about halfway through and suddenly I went in a massive reading slump and didn't read anything for ages. I think it didn't help the fact that this book is quite daunting as it is about 500-600 pages long. Anyways, I stopped reading the book and I never went back to it till now, and I plan on finishing it this time, as when I did read it, I really enjoyed it and I thought it was really well written and it had such a good plot. So I have absolutely no idea why I put it down in the first place. On a different note, I really hate this cover. It's just a cover on a cover and that just doesn't make sense. I think this is from a special range of books that were made for World Book Night 2012. Where 25 different books were chosen to be given out to different communities in order to get people reading. Which is a really good idea, but they could have done something a little bit nicer with the covers. The next book on my agenda is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I've heard so much hype on this book throughout BookTube, from book clubs to book reviews to Friday reads, and I'm so excited to read this book, but I don't want it to be one of those books that's hyped on BookTube but then it isn't actually that good, as per one of my previous videos on hyped books. I'm hoping to go into this book for the first time with a neutral perspective, not thinking about the fact that everyone else loves it, but wondering whether I actually love it or not. I'm really excited to read this book nonetheless, and the premise of this book is really exciting. It's set in the future and everyone lives in a virtual reality world with these headsets that they put on to take themselves away from the real world. And this different kind of plotline really attracts me to this book, and it has definitely jumped the queue a little bit on my to be read pile, as I only bought this a couple of weeks ago, when I really should be choosing books that have been on my bookshelf for a little bit longer. I may read less books, I may read more books, I have absolutely no idea, and we will see where this weekend takes me pretty much. So let me know what you're reading in the comments below. I'd absolutely love to hear what books that you're into at the moment. And if you wanted to do your own Friday reads, leave a video response to Bunny Kate's video. I will link all of her details down below. Have an absolutely wonderful weekend everybody, and I will speak to you soon. Bye! Meow.